Hi, I'm Marty Levinson, and here we're going to have a little different thing today at the Northtown News Magazine show. We're going to have me giving Avi a haircut live and then on tape, and then we're going to I'm going to be asking him questions about things that people don't really know about Avi. He's been doing this since 1991 taping and having all kinds of hundreds and hundreds of interviewers coming into his home, and we're going to ask him some questions so you guys out there can learn a little bit about Avi. Now, how does that sound to you? I think it's great. My idea, we're doing it. Anyway, hello, Avi.
Marty.
Oh, you're welcome. Yes, sir. And how are you today?
Good, thank you.
Good. Well, I came over here to help you out here. You know, I know you need a little trim, but first of all, I want to ask you, my segment isn't that long, so we've got to do this as quick as I can. I know I'm not going to be able to finish this haircut in 8 minutes, but we'll do the best we can. Anyway, Avi, tell us your beginning. You were born on the South Side, and you went to school at, tell us something about your schooling.
Sure. I went to Akiba Jewish Day School from one day in nursery. My mom pulled me out. I didn't like the idea of it. But from kindergarten through 8th grade, I went to Akiba Jewish Day School, which was located first at 79th and Yates at Rabbi Smith's Synagogue. And when that burned down, they moved over to 74th and Chapel.
Very good. And then you came up north to go to, school at the academy?
Right. I went to the Ida Crown Jewish Academy, started there, graduated there. And from the South Side, it was a 25-mile bus ride. But senior year, when we moved north and the academy moved up on Pratt, it was a one-block walk.
Okay, and then from high school, you went on to college. You got some sort of a degree in broadcasting?
Well, actually, that was before college. I actually went to Career Academy School of Broadcasting, where halfway through the course, I got a job in radio at WRMI-FM Radio Morris, the voice of Grundy County. And started at Circle, didn't like it. Wound up getting an associate's degree at Mayfair Junior College and graduated from Columbia here.
Very good. That's very interesting as far as your education goes. Now, how did you know that you were going to be able to get into television for the type of program that you do now?
Actually, I didn't. It was Mike Moses' idea, and I thought he was out of his mind to try to do the show in the first place, and he still might be out of his mind. I don't know. He is my friend. And it was his idea to start the show. And I thought nobody would watch. I didn't think anybody watched CAN TV or this kind of cable stuff. But boy, was I wrong. Just on the internet alone in the last 2 years, we've got 55,000 watches.
Unbelievable. That many. Now, tell us something about your siblings and your. I know you have a brother who's a rabbi that lives in Cleveland, and I know you have another brother who lives here in Chicago.
Yeah, my brother David. He is actually, or David, we call him, the Hebrew name. He's a Rebbe in 3rd grade at Mostos HaTorah in Cleveland, and he is the author of Melechas HaMishkan V'Kelev, which is considered the preeminent book on the Mishkan, the Tabernacle, available today. And Reb Chaim Kanevsky calls him the preeminent expert on the Mishkan in the world today.
Wow.
My brother Marshall, he took over my dad's business, and he's also a teacher at a cheder in Buffalo Grove.
Very nice. And tell us something about your mother and father.
Okay, well, both my parents were born in Lithuania, and my dad had a business. I mean, he was a teacher and a principal in Lithuania, but he wasn't that crazy about teaching American kids compared to the Lithuanian kids where education wasn't mandatory. So he wound up, he had a stint in World War II, and then my aunt got him started in business, and basically it became like a route. He was like a jobber, a wholesaler.
Really?
He called himself a salesman. My mom actually was doing pre-med when they got married.
Oh.
She basically, in those days it was like the cool thing to be a housekeeper or a housewife, whatever you want to call it. Today that's like an unacceptable word, but she enjoyed that, and she took care of us, and she raised us, and she did, except for me, she did a great job.
That's true. Sonny and I will attest to that. But anyway, and when did you move up to Rogers Park?
In 1968, I was in high school at the time, and basically something that then was known as the Blackstone Rangers, now known as Olruken, was the reason we decided to move north.
That's a good reason why you should move away, because that's pretty tough territory in those days, and it's probably still tough, but getting better. Anyway, so that's very interesting. I find that I've known you for over 30 years, and I find that you are a very interesting guy. You're a talented man because you do this show, and how you sit there with some of the people that you have on day in and day out when you record. It's very interesting to me. I find that it takes a special knack for somebody to do that kind of thing.
Well, thank you very much. I do appreciate that. And by the way, there is no better barber in the universe than you.
That's okay, and there's no better moderator than Avi Meyers.
Well, thank you, sir.
No problem. Anyway, so you folks out there get a little bit of listening to Avi talk and every week. But now we got a little chance to talk to him and find out a little bit about his background. And if you're interested, you can go online and at YouTube and check it out and see how you like it. And if we have people that really like it, maybe we'll find out a little more about Avi's life.
As a matter of fact, the second most watched show on YouTube, which you can access through www.ntnm.org, of course, is you at the Barber Shop, which was our version of Barber Shop minus the ATM.
And that was a great show. Everybody still comes into the shop and they talk about it and they say, "Gee, that was very interesting."
And it is still regularly watched online to this day.
Wonderful. That's terrific. Anyway, we're getting into this little chopping here that I'm trying to do here. I would have had him wear his glasses, but we would have been like the Al Levin show. And people said, I never saw a barber give a haircut with somebody that had glasses on.
I never saw a barber give a haircut to somebody who was wearing a yarmulke.
Well, we're cutting around it, so no problem.
Okay.
So that's the interesting news about Avi. And do you have any future plans?
Yes, as a matter of fact, I plan to eat a salami sandwich later this evening. And maybe you and Sonny and I will have a brief l'chaim on the occasion of our getting together.
Very good.
So, and we're going to meet this Hungarian person, Janos Daniels, later, I believe.
Okay. Very good. So that's takes care of our little segment, I think. And
actually, I'll add one thing. First of all, and this is something that's only been awarded to 6 people over the course of time. But and you'll be the first non-politician. But I want to give you the official order of the Northtown Neighborhood News magazine.
Oh my goodness!
Your very own coffee mug.
I'm going to have this at the barbershop. I'm going to have my coffee every morning with this cup. Thank you so much.
Sonny Hersh created. Only Bernie Stone, Sheriff Tom Dart, Larry Sufford, and Jim Nally.
Terry O'Brien.
Terry O'Brien, I believe.
I'm in good company then. That's great. Got to have Terry in there.
No, Terry's got to be in there. But no, you're one of.
Thank you.
There are less than 10 of those in existence
throughout
the world.
I got to make sure I don't break it.
And by the way, that's even been taken to the mikveh in Tova.
Oh, thank you. That's good. It's been blessed.
We do our best. Yes, it has, as a matter of fact,
yeah.
specifically.
Well, if you took it to the mikveh, that's a good place to have it done.
In the meantime, I want to thank you very much for interviewing me.
You're quite welcome.
Marty
You're
Levinson.
my buddy. This is a great guy, folks. If you don't know him like I know him, he is terrific. He's one of the nicest guys you'll ever want to meet. If you ever see him on the street, just say hello.
Marty's better. But you can check him out, ntnm.org. And you want me to tell people where they can find you?
No.
Okay. Argentina.
I'm still at John's Barbershop. That's all we can say. I'm still at John's Barbershop in Chicago, off of Devon Avenue. And I'm still there. I've been there. This is going into my 12th year. And I want to thank all my customers and for Avi for having me as one of his friends and having me on the show with Sonny.
Bye, everybody. Mm-hmm. Thank you, Marty.